everybody is actually looking forward to owning a house.
I was very, very happy when I got the allocation for the house.
Mortgage can actually work in Nigeria.
Hello, and glad to have you join us on this episode of Everyone Deserves a Home, a program sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, showcasing its strides and efforts in the delivery of affordable housing and mortgages for NHF contributors in Nigeria. I am your regular anchor, Aisha Mohammed Ahmed. Right from time, the FMBN has been in the business of affordable housing delivery for low and medium income earning Nigerians. As time went by, many more Nigerians became contributors of the scheme, making it necessary to come up with more products and services to meet the housing needs of these contributors. The current management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, after careful planning and engagement with customers, has again reeled out more products in order to meet the needs of more Nigerians. These products are all set to be launched, and in this episode, we'll be giving you insight into the new products and services of the FMBN and how they will be beneficial to NHF contributors. This will come after we take a look at some news highlights from the diary of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Join me after the short break for the full package.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Welcome back. In our news diary tonight, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria gets new board chairman, just as FMBN executive management inspects FMBN projects in Abuja. Details coming up shortly. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Nasir Gawuna as the new chairman of the board of directors of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. The announcement was made by the President's advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, which also communicated the appointment of chairpersons for 43 federal agencies and parastatals, including the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. The President directed the board chairpersons not to interfere with the management of the organizations, emphasizing that their positions are non-executive. All the appointments take immediate effect.
Individual members of the cooperative so that they can buy the houses.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Shehu Usman Osidi, has said that the bank is set to construct 7,000 housing units for civil servants in the country in its commitment to deliver affordable housing for Nigerians. He was speaking during the site inspection of a 60-hectare land allocated for the project at Karishi Satellite Town, Abuja. He disclosed that the bank is rolling out the Renewed Hope Housing Agenda, which is intended to provide affordable housing for Nigerians, highlighting that the 7,000 housing units to be constructed target civil servants in the country. Osidi also assured the Director of Housing and other members of the Satellite Towns Development Department of the actualization of the Renewed Hope project through the provision of construction finance to commence and complete the project. He also assured of the provision of mortgage financing for civil servants to acquire the housing units after completion. Osidi also noted that the bank had seen the designs of the houses and is already engaging with some developers who have been accredited by the bank. noting that more meetings would follow. He further said that timelines would be set for the commencement and completion of the project.
Continuing from the
The acting director of the House and Satellite Towns Development Department of the Federal Capital Development Authority, architect Ononokono Ncheta, while briefing the FMBN team during the visit, noted that the groundbreaking of the project was done in 2019 and comprises 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms apartments. She expressed joy at the bank's commitment to making the necessary arrangements for a smooth take-off. The team also inspected some FMBN-funded projects. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has pledged its support to the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors in the development of housing units in the ongoing Renewed Hope cities and estates for members of the association and medical workers in Nigeria. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Ngiwa, stated this during his meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors in Abuja. Ngiwa appreciated the commitment and sacrifices of the medical workers in saving lives, even under challenging conditions, noting that their well-being, which includes access to decent and affordable housing, is a priority that aligns with the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He also reiterated the objective of the Renewed Hope housing program, which is to expand access to affordable housing for all Nigerians. Ngiwa informed the delegation that 10,112 housing units are currently under construction in 14 locations across the country, adding that the houses will be made available for purchase through the various loan products available under the National Housing Fund scheme. The National President, Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Tope Osundara, who spoke earlier, appealed to the minister to assist the association to key into the Renewed Hope housing agenda, pointing out that it would play a significant role in forestalling the long-standing issue of Nigerian doctors leaving the country. Dr. Osundara also informed the minister that the association is proposing a 1,000 housing unit under Phase 1 for a start in the Federal Capital Territory, which would serve as a template and encourage other members of the association across the state to key in. Thanks for staying with us. In our next segment, Building Blocks, we'll be looking at the new product that the FMBN has designed for its customers so that many more Nigerians will benefit from the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Keep watching.
Shelter is one of the most basic needs of man after food and clothing. And in order to meet this need for its citizenry, the Nigerian government has unveiled a number of schemes and initiatives. The National Housing Fund, managed and implemented by the Federal Mortgage Bank, is one such initiative. As a mandate, the bank promotes housing delivery in Nigeria by providing credit, collecting funds, and establishing a secondary mortgage market. Nigerians, through the National Housing Fund scheme, can acquire houses while paying over a long period of time. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, in the last couple of years, has deliberately improved its products and services in order to create varieties for its customers in order to meet their various housing needs. Innovative products like the rent-to-own, home renovation loan, and the individual construction loan were introduced by the bank to provide variety for NHF contributors. Today, these products have serviced the housing needs of NHF contributors in very large numbers, and more people are benefiting from these products.
But over time, in order for more people to benefit from it, we come up with so many other products. Things like individual construction loan. We said, see, there are people that don't want to go and buy a house, but they have their lands. So instead of saying you must buy a house, if you have your land, we can give you money to go and build your own house. This is also a product that is developed to make more people benefit from these mortgages. And then another product is that the rent, the home renovation. Some people already have their houses. Maybe they build a house over a very long period of time. All they need is small money to renovate it. We said, okay, we can also give you that. So the reason why we are able to have more people is because we have developed more products for people to use. So that definitely helps us in terms of the number of beneficiaries.
These loan products have been constantly improved by the FMBN to make it bigger and better for contributors to enjoy. The current management of the FMBN, since its assumption of office, identified the need for more products to be included into the NHF scheme. Since the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is focusing on informal sector inclusion, the bank has designed new products to meet the needs of the informal sector.
We have products already, but we feel that to have inclusiveness, there are other products that we need to do so that other people that are not enjoying these mortgages can now enjoy them. For example, the informal sector. Before, we don't have product for informal sector. So what it means is that if you are a private contributor, you are not in a structured organization. If you are contributing, you won't have any product to benefit from. So, but the bank feel like, okay, in order for every Nigerian that is contributing to benefit, they develop other products.
Some of the new products the bank has developed include the rental assistance loan, land purchase loan, and the non-interest mortgage loan.
Rent assistance. What it means is that if you are staying in a rented apartment and then you are finding it difficult to pay your rent, you can come to FMBN. FMBN can pay your rent for you. We also have another product for the informal sector called the land purchase. What it means is that you have a land. You have land that you want to buy, but you don't have the money to buy the land. You can come to FMBN. FMBN will give you money to buy the land, with the hope that in the future, you will also come back to collect individual construction loan to build that house for you. So we feel that when you have so many other new products that were not there before, it will definitely help you to, make sure that all Nigerians are able to benefit from the product. Another important one I think that I need to mention here is that, there are people that don't believe in paying interest. So we feel that, okay, they are also Nigerians. So why don't you also develop products that will help, that will make them also benefit from their contribution. So the bank developed the non-interest NHF mortgage product. So that's also in the pipeline.
Another product that the bank is fine-tuning is the diaspora mortgage loan, which aims to meet the housing needs of Nigerians in diaspora.
We have a loan for Nigerians in diaspora to also capture that diaspora market, which has very high interest in having houses and housing investments within the country.
Acknowledging the current economic challenges while accommodating different choice of its customers, the FMBN has improved its loan limit from the initial 15 million naira to 50 million naira. Worthy to note is the retention of its interest rates so that these loans will remain affordable for customers of the bank.
To meet the growing cost of housing delivery, we've increased the loan limit to a maximum of 50 million from the 15 million it was previously, because we're also cognizant of the fact that, particularly for those who are higher up the income ladder, their housing needs will definitely not fall within the 50 million loan limit that we have. And to deliver value to them and meet their needs also necessarily occasioned an increase in the loan limits that we're giving to them.
The driving force behind the FMBN is meeting the housing needs of its contributors irrespective of location and social standing. Coming up with innovative products is one way to do so, and the bank is not resting on its oars to ensure that customers are adequately serviced. This way, more Nigerians will have access to a home that they can call their own.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Time now to bring you the story of another beneficiary of the NHF scheme who made efforts towards learning more about the NHF scheme. And today, she shares her story to encourage someone out there to also take the bold step towards home ownership. Don't go away.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
So I think the process is not that bad.
Miss Adebola Adedoyin owns a 2-bedroom apartment at Abiskoli Estate, Kuje, Abuja. She works with the National Open University of Nigeria. As a worker, she knew of the existence of the NHF scheme, but she did not let it end there, as she took it upon herself to make inquiries to find out more about the scheme.
As a civil servant, usually they make deductions, monthly deductions from your salary every month, and that's a contribution towards maybe only a house, you understand. So I started asking questions. So I went to the desk officer in charge of NHF, and they told me, of course, they have some developers that have approached them, and these are the things they are offering and all that. So I had to go through some of the documents, some of the offers they have with them. So, and I chose this out of the ones given to me.
She tells us some of the processes she went through to enable her own her home.
I submitted 6 months salary payslip, my bank account details, and a tax certificate, some I think a utility bill of where I was staying before, and some other documents. And I think I got 2 guarantors to sign for me, at least to guarantee me that I'm a loyal person, I can be trusted. So it was quite it was okay. So I think the process is not that bad.
As an elated homeowner, she shares how fulfilled she is owning a house in Abuja without going through the pressure of paying rent.
Yeah, it's actually a thing of joy owning your own place in a place like in a city like Abuja, where every day the rent keeps going up and all that, and for you to be able to get one at your own convenience. Not convenience like that. What I mean by convenience is you can get it without the stress of having to pay a lump sum, or without the stress of a landlord stressing you that you must either pay me or you move out, you understand. So, and it's at your own convenience because the repayment is spread over a long period of time. So it's a thing of joy that you just have to wake up under your own roof and having a property to your own name.
The repayment, she says, is very suitable for her because of the period of time she has to gradually pay off the loan.
Yes, it's actually a convenient arrangement for me because I still have like over 20 years in service. So I believe that between the period of 20 years on or before that time, I would have been able to pay off, since the deductions will be made directly from my salary or from my account, a dedicated account.
As a beneficiary of the National Housing Fund, she enlightens Nigerians on the need to be knowledgeable about the NHF scheme and the need to give it a trial.
I think a lot of Nigerians need to be encouraged and reorientated You understand? Because for a lot of civil servants, especially in Abuja, our state capital, it's difficult for them to gather a huge sum of money to own a property.
What is the name of my grandson?
Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amen.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, the thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
How can a beneficiary apply for an NHF loan in a state that doesn't have a primary mortgage bank?
That's one of also the challenges we have, because it's not every state that has a primary mortgage. But instantly we see that there is no geopolitical region in the country that doesn't have a primary mortgage. So what we always advise prospective off-takers is that when you have such kind of a problem, you can go to any of our branches within your vicinity and explain this to them. They can easily, introduce you to any of the, any closest PNB to you. Because these PNBs used to move from one place to the other. Even if they are not in your town, they can come from where they are, package you, and then go back. So that's why you need to go to any of our branches, explain to them, and they can introduce you to a PNB that can package your application and then send to FMBN.
And on this note, we bring this episode of the program to an end. Don't forget to make a date with us again next week, same time, same station, for another exciting edition of the program. Do well to stop by at any FMBN branch office near you, or visit the website on www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information about the bank. And if you're already an NHF contributor, you can check the status of your contributions by dialing the short code on *219#. Until I see you again, bye-bye.